Hi friends, Miss Kate again. You've done such a great job today, and we're gonna find a little bit of yoga to close out the school day before you head home. So a couple of things you'll need, just as we did in our last practice, I'll show you as we get started, all right? So just as with the last class that we had together, you'll want to use your chair to begin, and we'll also likely use, again, what I call a block, but maybe you have a book, maybe your crayon box, maybe there's something else that your teacher is allowing you to use today as we end the day in this practice. So just finding that, it may be helpful to have two items, maybe you have two books, and the goal of this is really just to try to bring the floor a little bit closer to ourselves. So if you don't have those, you don't have to, you can certainly practice without them. But we will want that chair, and we're going to start with our chair. So if you'll find that chair, we're going to sit down in it first. We're going to find what we call Bumble Bee Breath in yoga, or Bumble Bee Breath. So you might be familiar with this, but it's one of my very favorite breaths. And the goal of this is to almost start to find what we call in yoga sensory deprivation. So we close our eyes, we start to tune inward and listen to our thoughts, and listen in this case to the rhythm of our breath. So the way we practice Bumble Bee Breath, I'll show you first, and then we can begin to do that together. So first, we breathe in through the nose. We keep our mouth closed and we hum like a bumblebee as we breathe out. So kind of feels like singing to a degree. If you want to take this to another level, you absolutely can by closing your eyes, and you may even want to plug your ears. I offer that you try it first without, and then if you find that you want to give it a go, you certainly can. So as we breathe in, we'll do this together. Let's breathe 10 breaths together. So I will count breaths 5 and then 5 more. And maybe at the 5 mark, you can change your strategy and you can close your eyes, or you can try to plug your ears, or you can reverse the other way, okay? So as we breathe in together, breathe through your nose, breathe out to hum, keeping the mouth closed. That's one. Let's do it together again. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful, that's 5. Our next 5, maybe you change, maybe you stay exactly as you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Four more to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathe out. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Begin to breathe in naturally, normally. Breathe out through the mouth this time. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Start to open the eyes if they weren't already open. And maybe you start to continue to hear that buzzing sort of sound, or maybe you're feeling a little bit lightheaded. We're going to stay in our chairs for the very beginning of our practice, so you have some time to settle back in. But really just wanting to bring it down. We worked so hard today, and we just want to honor how hard you worked and really start to relax before we send you home to your evening. So I'm going to turn my chair to the side, but you certainly don't need to do this. Just want to be able to show you what it looks like from the side. So staying seated here. In our morning flow, we did a little bit of cat-cow, and you can do that as well as seated. So really the purpose of cat-cow and kind of that tabletop is to find that movement of the spine that allows us to really give our joints that movement and also start to wake up our spine. So similar to as we did when we did our morning practice together, maybe you find your hands this time on your knees, and you may want to find the palms of your hands wrapped around me, so fingers might even come just a little bit more forward. And as you inhale, imagine instead of drawing your belly to the floor as we did in our tabletop, this time you're going to draw your belly forward. So draw your belly forward, your heart comes forward, and you look to the sky. Beautiful job. Breathe out, round your back. So we're going to start to find that concave sort of C shape with our spine. Your chin will come to your chest. Maybe you look to the floor. Breathe in, straighten or reach forward. Breathe out. Find that cat back, that C curve. Breathe in, shine your heart forward. Imagine your heart is just radiating to your neighbor. Breathe out, round into that C curve. 2 more, breathe in, maybe your eyes look to the sky. Breathe out, rolling the eyes or the gaze down to the floor. Last one, breathe in, make this one your biggest yet. Breathe out, rolling that back to the back of your seat here. Breathe in, find yourself reaching strong, the top of your head. Just imagine that you've got a string that someone is pulling you all the way straight. So finding that really good posture here. Beautiful. As we breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. And you'll find that clasp on the hands. Begin to stretch them out and up. And then begin to find side bend to your right. So as you breathe in, think about sending all of your air to that left side rib. And then breathe out here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach up. Those hands come to the sky. Breathe out, stretch now to the left side. So hands come off to the left. Opening up on that right side of your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach up high. This time breathe out, allow those arms to come down by your sides, kind of folding forward. Beautiful. Maybe you shake your head yes. And then you change your mind and shake your head no. Nice work. One more time, shake your head yes. And then change your mind and shake your head no. Beautiful. Begin to reach those arms up and over the head. One more time, side bend to the right. Clasping those arms, reaching over to the right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, reach to the left. Breathe in, reach up high. Breathe out, fold forward. Beautiful. This time, plant those hands down, and we're going to start to heel toe those feet back and just step off of our chair into a forward fold. So we had it seated, and now we're standing in our forward fold. We haven't really changed the shape of our body, but we've definitely changed the shape of what it looks like. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in, reach your arms up over your head. Breathe out, hands come down by your sides. All right, we're gonna step behind our chairs this time. Or maybe you can move your chair forward. And we're gonna move into a little sequence here. So what I'd like for us to do is find your hands planted on the chair. All right, your feet are hip-width distance apart. So we've talked a little bit about this, but you can either kind of look down and say, are my feet in line with my hips? And if you're not sure, you can always take your fists together and then plant them down between your feet and start to walk those feet in to meet your fists, okay? So you should be good either way there. What I'd like for us to do is start to bring our weight into our left foot, okay? So bring your weight into your left foot. Your hands can be on the chair for balance. So feel free to use that chair, it's there and that's what it's for. So bringing our weight into our left foot, start to peel the right heel off of the floor, okay? And then we're going to just step that foot back behind us. So coming into a crescent lunge, we're gonna begin to bend that front left leg. Your heel is gonna start to peel off of the floor a little bit, and that's okay, but we wanna really try to drive it down to the floor, okay? So hands can stay on your chair if you'd like, or you can start to bring one hand up, or maybe you bring two hands up. You're in full crescent, all right? Here's where the balance gets a little tricky. So what I'd like for you to do is on an inhale, we're gonna straighten the legs, lift up, that back heel comes up high. As we breathe out, we're gonna sit back down into that crescent lunge. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out, come down. Starting to move into our warrior two, and you don't need to move your chair, but I'm gonna move mine so you can see me better. So moving into your warrior two, so from our crescent lunge, what we're gonna do is we're simply going to open those hands, and your back foot is going to come parallel. So think that long edge, your pinky toe edge, is gonna come in line with, almost like an equal sign, the back of your mat, okay? So finding our front leg, that left leg is still bent, almost to a 90-degree angle if you're doing that enough. This will really be helpful here. So finding those shapes. And then you want to reach the arms out long. Look down at that front knee, and can you see your big toe? If you can't, we want to try to find our left hand inside that knee and start to draw that knee toward your pinky toe edge side of the foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in this time, find your right hand down the back right leg, left hand to the sky, straighten the left leg. This is called sky archer. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Sit back into your warrior two, so bend that front left leg. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in, straighten the leg, find sky archer. Left hand comes to the sky, right hand comes down that back long leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Sit back into the warrior two. So thinking about bending that left front leg, reaching your arms out. As we breathe in, let's reach our shoulders to the ears. Breathe out, roll them down. Beautiful. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in, just straighten that front left leg. We're going to move into what we call our triangle pose. So in moving into triangle pose, one piece you may want is that book or that crayon box. You may want to find that next to your left foot here. And you might need to move your chair out just a smidge. So coming back into that straight leg, so think warrior two position, but straight front leg, arms are reaching out, looking kind of like a star here. We're gonna reach our front left fingers over our front left toes, and then start to find your left hand maybe on that block or that book, or maybe it comes to that space, that shin, so right below your knee. Reach your right arm to the sky and look up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to find that right hand coming down. We're going to frame that left foot here. And you really might need to move your chair in front of you. And start to find the back foot, that heel comes up. So think about that crescent lunge we had before. And we're going to start to walk our hands in front of us and peel the right foot off of the floor. All right, so this is what we call standing splits. It may be helpful, again, to bring that book down in front of you. You can place your hands there, that's helpful. Or your hands can just come to the floor. Whatever feels good for you. Allow the top of your head to look toward the mat. So eyes are gonna look toward your knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. Bring that right foot to meet left. We're in our forward fold now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, bring those palms to your shins, extend your spine. Ooh, my chair's in the way. So coming into that Ardha Uttanasana shape. Breathe out, fold forward. Breathe in, reach up, palms will meet. Breathe out, hands come to heart center. All right, so setting up for the other side. I'm gonna move my chair again. Your chair can stay where it's at. Bringing our hands back to the chair, we'll begin to place our left foot to the back of our mat, coming into our crescent lunge here. So when you're ready, you can start to bend that right knee. And if you like, you can start to raise one hand to the sky or both hands to the sky, or you can keep them here on your chair, okay? So again, think, looking at that back left foot, you'll see that your heel is looking for the ground, but if it doesn't find it, that's okay. It doesn't have to meet the ground. It's just sort of this shape. It's looking for the ground, okay? So as we breathe in, we're gonna straighten our legs. That heel comes back up, almost on your tippy toes. As you breathe out, allow that heel to come down, bend to that front leg. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, sink back down. Beautiful job. Breathe in to lift up. Breathe out, sink back down. One more. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to sink down. Arms might be up overhead, or they're here on the chair. So start to open those arms up. Bring that right foot now parallel with that short edge of your mat. And maybe you need to move your chair, but starting to bend that 90-degree angle in that right knee, okay? Arms are gonna reach out long. One comes back, one comes forward. Look over that front middle finger here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Last time, breathe out here. As you breathe in, start to straighten that right leg. Bring the left hand down that back leg. Right hand comes to the sky, sky archer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Settle back into your warrior two shape. 2 rounds of breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink in a little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you breathe in this time, finding sky archer, straighten that front right leg. Left hand comes down the back. Straight leg there, and right hand comes to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to your warrior two shape. So finding those warrior two legs and hands. And then on your breath in, we're gonna start to straighten that front leg. So coming into warrior two hands, but looking like maybe an awkward shaped star. We'll start to reach our hand over that front right foot and find that placement. Again, maybe it's your crayon box or maybe it's a book. Maybe you have a different prop that you're using, but you can place your hand there to bring the floor closer to you, or you can always place your hand on your shin, so below the knee. We just don't want to place our hand on our knee here. Reach the left hand to the sky, triangle pose, looking to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last round, breathe in here. Breathe out, start to frame or close your triangle. We're gonna frame that front right foot, and you'll start to bend into that front foot and peel the left foot off of your mat. So I'm stepping away from my chair here. So you may need to step away from your chair too. Bring those hands out in front of you and start to bring the left foot off of your mat, coming into standing splits. Again, eyes are gonna look back behind you or look at that right knee. Maybe you look at those wiggling toes. If you've got your shoes off, or maybe you look at your great shoes that you wore today. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last round, breathe in. Breathe out. Find that left foot next to right. And maybe you shake your hips side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, begin to find yourself with your arms up over the head. Breathe out, hands come to heart center. We're gonna find ourselves onto the floor, so you can do that either way, just by crouching down, or maybe you wanna come into that froggy spot, so your feet come out wide, toes are faced out, and your heels are faced in, and you come to that spot. Maybe you like that, or maybe you've just crouched down. Either way, we're gonna find ourselves rolling into that C curve. So our knees are looking toward the sky or toward the ceiling, our feet are planted, and we'll have our hands come back behind our thighs, rolling ourselves down, all the way down to our mats. Walking those feet in, let's find our knees coming off to the right side. So your hips will come off to the left, and you'll start to allow your knees to fall over to the right. This is called a supine twist. And if you'd like, you can bring your arms out to a T, and maybe you look over that left shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last round, breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath in, your eyes can come to the ceiling, your knees can come to the ceiling, and we'll switch sides. So your hips will come to the right, and your knees will come to the left. Your gaze or your eyes can come over that right shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last time, breathe in, breathe out. On your inhale, look to the sky, knees come to the sky. We'll begin to place our feet on the ceiling, or we can imagine we're placing our feet on the ceiling, and then bring those arms all the way up. So you kind of look like an upside down bug, right? You would like to walk, but you look like an upside down bug. And what we're gonna do is start to bring our knees into our armpits. So draw those knees down. And as you're bending those knees, you'll find that your hands are coming a little closer to your feet. What we wanna do is either we wanna find our ankles, so hands wrapped around our ankles, or maybe just our shins here. Or maybe we find the outer blade or the outer edge, the pinky toe edge side of our feet with our hands. And maybe we grab our feet and start to draw those feet down toward our face. We call this happy baby in yoga. And what we want to think about doing is keeping our tailbone on the ground. So think about keeping your, where your pants come up to, so your waistline. Think about keeping that part of your back on the floor instead of lifting it to the sky. It's a slight movement, but just really think about keeping that part of your back down on the floor. And maybe you rock side to side here, or maybe you stay still. One more round of breath together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to allow those feet to come down, reaching out long, stretching, stretching. Inhale, reaches the arms up now to meet. So think about being pulled in either direction. You're just being stretched, stretched, stretched. And then as you exhale, bring those knees into your chest. And maybe you rock side to side, just very gently. And then when you're ready, come to one side. So allow that side that you feel most comfortable on to make a pillow, just coming down. And then press into your hand, or hands rather, and lift yourself up and come into crisscross applesauce. We call this Sukhasana here in yoga. It's called easy seat. That's what it translates to. And when you're ready, on an inhale, reach your arms up over the head. Your palms will meet and draw that down to your heart. Beginning to close your eyes, allow your chin to come toward your chest or toward your hands. Breathing in together, fill your belly, feel it expand. Breathe out, feel it draw in. Closing the day with thinking of one thing that you are proud of yourself for doing today. Maybe it's making a new friend. Maybe it's trying something brand new that didn't feel comfortable at first, but you gave it a go. Maybe it's raising your hand and asking a really tough question. Whatever it is, I am so, so proud of you and thankful for you practicing with me today. As you breathe in one more time, thank yourself for showing up and for practicing today. And exhale, breathe it out. Have a good evening.